Let's stop ethics. Oh, you have no idea how long that took me. My brain to reverse what I needed to get done there, literally for the last hour. That's embarrassing. I want to do a brief little clarification about ethics. I think it's necessary, and in a moment, you'll find out why. I wrote these things down. Ready? Here we go. No cheating, no stealing, no hurting animals, no lying, no hurting people. These are the basics for me, my family, my kids. It's kind of just kind of what we live by. Whether you have these as your values or not, it doesn't really matter. This is about whatever rules you have. I think living a good life is simply how well you live by these things in the world. But it starts with these things, how you define right and wrong for yourself, who you are in relationship to these kinds of things. If you don't have any of that kinds of rules and you don't really give a crap, then you're kind of a person who doesn't really give a crap, or you're kind of douchey. You may be wondering, what's this all about, Sid? Why would you bring up ethics when you are a health coach and nutritionist? What does that have to do with you? A ton. Here's why. Sometimes, and this is what I want to clarify, people make choices like these, and sometimes when you live by some things on this list, it pisses other people off. They feel, for whatever reason you're doing what you're doing, they feel like it's a thing about them. Also, people can make a bigger deal out of one of the things on this list than they would on other things on this list. Some things on this list, like no stealing, we get, most of us who aren't most of us don't steal. But as we go down the list, no cheating, yeah, okay, fine. No lying, yeah, okay, good. We're kind of all no lying. We generally think that's kind of lame. So we sort of get that. No hurting people, totally. I mean, we don't walk around and smack people in the face. It's just a general right and wrong thing. When you say no hurting animals, for some reason, and I know the reason, no hurting animals seems to be a thing that we want to make a separate moral, ethical subject in and of itself, but it's not. It's actually something I believe most of us share too. We all generally don't want to hurt animals, especially for no reason. There's just we're just not into it. Some people decide that in the world, they are going to act in ways that reflect that value of not hurting animals. And the effect of that is in the way that they don't walk up to animals and hurt them, or pay somebody who hurts animals for stuff that person delivers to them. Food. Got it? There's no reason why no hurting animals is any different of an ethical thing than any other thing on that list. It's not different. If somebody does not eat animals because they don't believe in hurting animals, why is that bigger deal than not cheating because they don't believe that cheating is a good thing? Answer, there's no frickin' difference. So don't make it a big deal. It's not a big deal. Some people decide that hurting animals is not okay, and as a result, they don't frickin' eat them. Is it gotta be that big of a deal? Do we have to have a discussion about protein? Do we have to get a discussion about paleo versus vegan versus blah, blah, blah? It's inconsequential. If you have a moral, ethical obligation to yourself to live a good life, and part of that good life means following these or something like it for you, then do it. Get strong and live in the world that way. And screw anybody else who's gonna criticize you for doing the best you can in the world. Dig?